Hi YouTube, welcome back to another video. This is a new type of video for me that I'm trying and I really want to share with you guys. I just released a new song that I created and I absolutely love. I will put the link in the description, so please check it out and give it a listen and leave a comment if you like it or if you don't like it, or whatever you want to leave a comment about. But I'm just going to show you how I created my song. And yeah, so let's get started. I usually start my songs with the guitar just because it's easily accessible, and I'm usually playing something else and I may fall into some chords that I end up loving and I can hear a song. So let's get started. It's usually how I start. I have my computer here and I usually can just record it. So okay. So I usually work out my timing and then I can figure out the timing of the song and get that recorded. So since I'm using an acoustic guitar and I'm not using an electric guitar, what I usually do is I will go in and just use a mic or line audio so that it can just pick up from the mic what I'm playing and then it's recorded. Now for the next thing I usually do is come over and play the piano chords. Once I can hear the piano chords, the song is pretty much done and everything else is just the icing on top of a cake. So let's head over to the piano and I can show you that. So I actually do have a MIDI chord for the piano. Let me see if I can show it to you so you can see just kind of what it looks like. If you play an instrument, you know what a MIDI chord looks like, but I don't have, it goes directly into my computer. So it's actually like a USB-C, and it just goes straight into my computer and it just picks up everything from the velocity to everything that I'm playing, and I just work out whatever key and whatever chords that I'm going to be playing and I play that into sorry, I guess I will show you guys. Okay, so now we have the piano, and I usually change up the piano chords just depending on the aspect that we're in the song. So I'll do those stacks like that where it sounds bigger and more voluminous during the chorus, and then I'll play it something less not complex but just less stacked, I guess, in the verses, so that it's just like a calmer, cool sounding feel, I guess, that I try to go for when I'm going to the verses, so that you can feel that difference. The listener can feel that difference between like it feeling low key, cool, chill during the verses, and then during the chorus you feel that build up. And there's kind of a small beat drop, so I want you to be able to feel that. Okay, once I have that down, now I'm going to kind of work inside of my computer. I actually use GarageBand as my DAW, and I literally love it. It does everything that I needed to do at this point in time until I need to upgrade for, you know, whenever I get to that point. But for right now, it does what I need. So the next thing that I really want to do is I want to, actually what comes to me next is a bass line. So I can hear the bass line in my head, and what I'll actually do is I'll hum it in my memo section. So let me actually go to my memo section, and I can play. I can't play it on the video because I have no idea how to do that, but I'll rehum it so that you guys can hear like what my bass line was. Okay, so this part is actually kind of fun to me. So I'll hear it in my head, and I'll go, ooh, ooh, and then I will find actually those keys on the piano. Once you know what key you're playing in, then it's easy to kind of do that. But I'll find those keys on the piano, and then actually what I'll do is play it on the piano and just change it on in my DAW for a bass line. So that's my little trick. So yeah, so I just play it on the piano. Whatever I hear, I'll play it, and then we'll add it into, we record it and change it to a bass instead of a piano sound. Then after that, I want to start feeling it, you know? And by that time, especially once the bass line is in there, I can start hearing other beats and the way I want other beats and where I want beats to come in. So therefore, I will go to something that's called like a deep bass. And even though I have like my actual bass line, I actually have two bass lines in here, I think. Yeah, I actually have two bass lines going on at the same time. But then I have a deep bass, and that's just giving me like those real sounds. And what I love about that is you can actually make them more voluminous by, you know, just changing the velocity. So we're gonna go ahead, and I'm gonna share with you how, see if you can hear this. And this is kind of what I was hearing at the time, and I really love the way that it came out. So okay, so I'm gonna play for you just kind of what we have so far, so that you can, from everything that we've described, you can see you can hear how it's all coming together. So we've talked about the sub bass. We've also talked about the electric bass. We've also talked about the piano keys and what that sounds like, and the guitar. So I did something a little different for the guitar, so we'll kind of come back to that one. So this is what we have so far. And so like for the chorus, you can hear that I'm just going da da da. Like I don't want it to be too complicated. I just want it to be simple, so that the not the lyrics, but the singing, the vocals can shine there. All right, so that's where we are. Okay, once I have all of that down, we're gonna go further into our percussion and bring in like a drum kit, and I have to find like the just, the sounds that I want the percussion area to have. I am not a great percussionist, like, at all. So the best I can do is keep a beat and know how I want things to sound when they come in on beat. But I'm still learning how to make things more complicated with percussion, so bear with me. Luckily, this song didn't require anything more complicated, and I really like how it came out. And I was looking for something simple because it made it complicated with all the layers. So that's good. But so here is, I started with just a simple. I like that. Let me turn everything else down off so you can hear. So it's literally just, I don't know if you can hear that. That's it. That's all. It just does that the entire time during the song. And then we add in. I guess that's like a kick drum. I don't know. Do, do, do. I should have added something else. Do. I should have added like a. But I didn't. Dang. I didn't think about that at that time. But that's cool. But anyways, it's that kind of feel, right? So together it's. Dang, I wish I would have done that. Okay. All right, so that's the percussion. And so the percussion goes really well with my deep bass sounds. I really don't think this song could have handled any other noises going on in the, not noises. I don't think this song could have handled any other sounds going on in the bass. Like between the deep bass and the what's going on with the simplicity of the percussion, it really does kind of get the sound that we're looking for. You hear it? It came in. All right, so I love that. And then I did, let's see, something that is pretty much what happens in the chorus. The only other thing which took me a little bit to figure out is like how I wanted the acoustic guitar to sound. I really wanted to give it like not a melody, but just like kind of not a riff either, but just I wanted to give it some melodic sounds. So I used the acoustic guitar to give it some melodic sounds, and this is what that turned out to sound like. And also, one thing I learned too, just by like watching people as I was learning how to do production and listening to like advice from like how people who used to work with Michael Jackson used to say, like, you know, he just always tried to have like some sort of element of surprise. I wanted to incorporate that as best I could. And I didn't want everything starting at the beginning and going all the way through the song because that's really boring for the listener. So I wanted to have certain things start at different places. And so the acoustic guitar only happens during parts of my chorus. Parts of my verses, and it doesn't start at the beginning. And I really actually love that because it's like, oh, my ears are alerted that something else is coming in, and so I really wanted that effect. So let's listen to that. Okay, so that's enough. So that's the acoustic guitar sound. It was also really loud, and I just didn't want it taking over, because again, that's where the vocals are gonna sit, and I really wanted the vocals to shine. I just wanted to have like a little bit of ear candy in the background. So so yeah, so that is their verse, and then we can move on to our, like, the chorus, and just kind of how I kind of layered that a little differently. I added, I do not have acoustic guitar sounds in my chorus because I just didn't want that, and I already have a lot going on. And I added some other fun stuff that's only in that I just wanted to do only in the chorus. So I have different like strings and different synth strings and sounds, so that, because I just like that kind of melded together ambient type of sound is what I was going for, while still giving you like that punch, I still wanted that all in the same. So that's what I was going for with this particular song, because that's the way I heard it in my head. Let's see if we can, I have to unmute quite a bit of things here. Sorry. Oh, no. Okay, perfect. So we can go from the end of the first verse into this one so you can hear it. So that's kind of the chorus that I have, and I love it. I'm really happy about it. So for me, once I pretty much get the music completed, then I can go in with the vocals, even though the vocals lead everything for me, because, well, yeah, I would say the guitar, the piano, and the vocals lead everything, because that's how I hear it. Yeah, ultimately that's my song and how I put it together. So yeah, I hope that you download it, stream it, listen to it. It's streaming on all platforms, and I really hope that you enjoy it. It's called We Are Love. Thank you. Bye-bye.